Joining us now to discuss more is terrorism analyst Tom Makaitis. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning.
So preliminary reports indicate that the hostages were murdered shortly before this rescue operation was underway. What does this do to the possibility of a ceasefire?
Well, this is what I was afraid of, that if there's no possibility of a ceasefire, Hamas loses the incentive to keep them alive, especially if they're cornered, which appears to have happened in this case. So they summarily executed them as the Israeli troops were apparently closing in. On the other hand, the outcry in Israel is directed heavily at Netanyahu. And this, along with pressure from the White House, may finally encourage him that some kind of deal has to be struck. One of the hostage parents said, look, it's a deal with the devil, but we have to make it to get our loved ones back. There are only about 70, they think, that are still alive. But if they don't do something, I'm afraid they're going to get more bodies.
Right. We saw the huge protests over the weekend in Israel. What does it also mean for Netanyahu's chances to stay in power?
His popularity rating is somewhere between 30 and 40%, and he's clinging to power. But I think many people don't want him to run, and many others would like him to leave now. If more of this happens, I think he's in trouble. I think he's in trouble anyway, because when this thing ends, it will at some point, he's got to answer for why it happened in the first place, why he allowed his country to suffer such a devastating attack, never mind the international condemnation of the way in which he's fighting this war.
We're approaching 11 months since the attacks, and I'm curious, why do you think that they've had trouble rooting out Hamas? Is it because of the extensive tunnel network that they have, or what is it specifically that you believe why it's been?
Tunnels are a big part of it. The New York Times has an excellent article on that today, if anyone's interested. But there's hundreds of miles. They've got blast doors. They've got ventilation, electricity. They have the ability to counter gas attacks. They can move around. The Israelis just captured a document that they released to the Times explaining this. So that's a big part of it. And if you want, and the hostages complicate matters, because you've got to go almost tunnel by tunnel, yard by yard, to make sure you don't kill them inadvertently in the attack, which probably has happened in some cases. So that's a big part of it. And they operate within a population, which makes it hard to identify them. Even the Israeli Defense Forces have said, we're not going to completely defeat them, which is another reason the pressure is mounting on Netanyahu to have a ceasefire.
Tom, real quick, what's happening in the West Bank, if you could just bring us up to date?
Yeah, the West Bank, there have been concerns since about March that weapons have been smuggled in from outside, and allegedly they're concerned about terrorist activity. On the other hand, there's been a great deal of settler vigilante violence against Palestinians, and this conservative government has been using the war as a cover for more annexation of territory. I just think we're seeing them sow the seeds of future war if they don't find some lasting solution. Offering two states to this. We're going to be right back here in a couple of years.
Tom Makaitis, thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom.
Happy to do it.
Hey, Tim.